This episode is brought to you by Kia's first 3-row all-electric SUV, the Kia EV9, with available all-wheel drive and seating for up to 7 adults, with a 0 to 60 speed that thrills you 1 minute, and available reclining lounge seats that unwind you the next. Visit kia.com/EV9 to learn more. Ask your Kia dealer for availability. No system, no matter how advanced, can compensate for all driver error and or driving conditions. Always drive safely.
Join me, 48 Hours correspondent Erin Moriarty, on my podcast, My Life of Crime, as I take on true crime investigations like no other. This season, I'm looking into the labyrinth of crime and secrets within families. I'm cutting straight to the evidence and talking to the people directly involved, including investigators and the families of victims. Listen to My Life of Crime with Erin Moriarty wherever you get your podcasts.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. In today's episode, I wanted to talk on how to get on a cop's good side, because I like body cam videos. And one thing that I always notice is that when people get pulled over by the cops, they want to have an attitude with them. Now, how I was raised, you respect any and everybody around you, especially if, now, it's one thing if they come at you disrespectful. If they come at you disrespectful, then yes, you be disrespectful back. But I feel like in a cop situation, like you dealing with a cop, there ain't no winning like a respectful, disrespectful argument. No, even if that cop is being disrespectful, the thing is this. It would look good in your situation, right? Where if this cop is being disrespectful to you and you ain't said not one mean thing to them. Okay, so let me play out an example. So let's say you're going a little over the speed limit, right? Now, you may have your reasons on why you're going a little over the speed limit, but you're going a little over the speed limit. Cop pulls you over, and he just has an attitude from jump, okay? It's like he's just being rude, disrespectful, like he's like just overall insulting you in a way. But okay, I'm gonna play out an example, okay? So you get pulled over. Cop walks up on the side of your car, and he's like, "Is something wrong with you?" Like, seriously, it's something. I'm portraying to be a cop right now, okay? So just this is me being a cop. So it's like, yeah, what you got going on? What's wrong with you? Something has to be wrong with you. You passed a speed limit sign that said go 30. You're doing 35. What's wrong with you? Like, something has to be wrong with you. Are you blind? Like, what do you have going on? Now the thing is this. Cop pulls me over, he's talking like that. I'm like, no, I'm not blind. I didn't realize I was going a little over the speed limit. It's like, fam, relax. It's gonna be okay. Then like, I'm not hurting anybody. But the thing is this, like, yes, you can plead your case, but just the thing is, don't yell, don't get rude, don't get aggressive, because the cop comes up to you talking like that. Like I said, it's gonna look good if you're being respectful and that cop being, because the thing is this. Where let's say the cop, he's talking to you like that, and you all like, first off, and you giving them that same like aggression back. Yeah, that's not, because then the cop, he gonna want to snatch you up out the car. He's gonna be, like throwing you all over the place. Probably gonna throw on some other charges. Oh, this cop, he the thing is this. There are some cops, I truly do believe that there are some cops out there that just want to mess up people's day. They don't want to, they're not going to be the good cops that you'll see in some, YouTube videos, like the body cam videos I be reacting to. You ain't going to see some. I just watched the one video where the cop, and that's the thing where it's like, there's some cops out there where it's like, they don't even be deserving the attitude, the aggression. Like, I saw the one video today where it was like this woman, she was mad entitled because she was like, oh yeah, I live in a $3 million house and all this other sorts. And so it gets to one point in the video where there's a female cop that's there, and she's talking with her, trying to relate to her, overall trying to help her out in this troubling time. That woman had an attitude from the first second of the video all the way to the last second of the video. And it trips me out because it's like, fam, do you not see somebody being nice to you? Like, the thing is this, you're already going to jail. So if it's on some stuff like that where you're already going to jail, fam, you should not be trying to flee from the police. If the cops already have you in custody, fam, don't try to, start resisting and things. what are some other, there's so many things that you have to avoid doing, and I feel like that there's people out there where, oh, I want to play that act where it's like they got me by my arms and all of a sudden now I can't breathe. I'm like, fam, they just got you by your elbow. That's the only thing that they're grabbing onto right now is your elbow. You can't breathe from an elbow grab, then dang, man, I'm like, I guess, I don't know, like, I'm not saying I've ever been, grabbed by the police or been arrested or anything, but I feel like I'm trying to think, there's been times when people, to catch my attention, they might, like, gently crest the elbow a little bit, but, like, fam, if that's the case, yeah, I should be having an asthma attack. But I'm saying, like, I see that a lot in videos where people, they try to, like, plead that whole, like, oh, I can't breathe, I can't do this, I can't do that, like, you're hurting me, I feel threatened, I feel like, and it's like, fam, you didn't know. No, not when the thing is this, with the cops that, like, they know that they're doing things by the book. They know that they're doing, they're not hurting anybody. They're not doing anything crazy. They're not like the cops that end up on the, nightly news because, yeah, they don't know how to do their job. No, you're dealing with a cop that knows how to do their job. So how do you think, and the thing is this, I feel like that a lot of the times they be doing that because, if, let's say, yeah, I don't know if they do know about, like, those body cam channels on YouTube, but they're probably hoping, like, people will see that and then will, feel bad for them. And I'm like, fam, no, they're not. If you're dealing with, like, cops where it's like, yeah, they're being nice to you, they're not hurting you, they're not doing anything crazy, then it's like, why play that act in the first place? Like, why do you think that's gonna get you out of? Because and then another thing is, like, I think people, they do stuff like that because they think the cop is gonna let them go, and it's like, fam, if you just, in some of those body cam videos, those people, they'll be doing, like, hit and runs, they will be speeding, they will have drugs, alcohol. There's this one kid, by the way, a kid, like, not like, no, he was a teenager, but still, like, he's a kid, okay? He had no license, had alcohol, an open beverage, and weed in the car. And I think, it was, I can't remember if the weed was, illegal in that state, but regardless, like, he still had it in the car, weed all on his clothes. I'm saying, like, and I can't remember if that cop said he could smell, like, any alcohol on his breath or anything, but still, though, it's like you had weed, alcohol, no driver's license. I can't remember if he had insurance, but still, it's like, bro, why? My thing is this. That's my question to people. Why do y'all set you set yourself up for failure sometimes? Like, I see some of those videos, I'm like, you can't be mad at the cop, and you're the one that set yourself up for failure. So I'm saying, like, at the end of the day, how do you think that looks when you done did all this stuff, and now you're gonna try to play this game where it's like the cop is in the wrong for doing something? Man, I'm telling you, it's some of those videos I've seen. I saw the one where it took place out here. And it's like, and again, just one of those people that, this guy was crazy though. Like, no, this guy was actually insane. But so he's stalking his ex-girlfriend, drives all the way to her job, and he's arguing with the cops on why he's there. And it's like, fam, listen, I feel like that this is just advice that everybody needs to hear. Listen to the cops, okay? They tell you to leave, leave. They tell you to stay, stay. If they tell you to do a triple backflip, land it in a split, holding a full pepperoni pizza, you possibly cannot do that. But if you can, bro, just do it, okay? Like, literally, just do it. But nah, I'm saying, like, there's at times where people, they're like, I'll see some of those videos where the cop will tell them, like, like, don't, or get out, like, get out of the car or something, and it's like, no, I don't want to get out of the car. They were like, or even if it's like on some stuff where it's like they get arrested and they be telling them to get out of the cop car, or stop kicking the window, or stop doing this, stop doing that. Them people do not be listening. And it confuses me because with the one lady that I was watching today, the entitled Karen lady, she got pepper sprayed twice. it didn't even seem like it phased her. Like, she had her eyes closed at some points in the video, but it was like, it didn't even seem like it phased her. You know, like, most people, I feel like, would be coughing, screaming, all that stuff. Like, she got pepper spray, and it didn't even phase her. I'm like, but she did say, I honestly, truly do believe that woman, she has something going on with her. She said she had, like, 17 therapists, and like 17, okay, literally 17, like not 7, not a small, no, 1 and a 7 put together, not it equaling 8, but it as a number. When you add a 1 and a 7 and it makes a number, yeah, it's going. She has 17 therapists, bro. Now I don't know if it was all together or it was just one therapist after one and they just couldn't do nothing with her, but yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, ma'am, you know, you got to realize that you're the problem in this situation. Dealing with the cops, yes, you are the problem. And I guess what her situation was, like, she hit a stop sign, almost hit some people, I think. What else did she do? Oh, yeah, and then fled from the cops, of course. And that's why they were, going off on her in the first place of things and was arresting her. But yeah, it's like, it's just with those, like with some of those. Then she tried to like play the race game, but that's the funny thing was that she was a white woman and she was trying to put herself in the same category as a black man. And I'm like, I don't know how that will work out, but just with just two things, that's noticeable is that one, you're a woman, you identify yourself as a woman, I believe, because I know in this day and age, it's like people be identifying themselves as like, like different people and things. So yeah, that's why I'm like, I assume you're identifying yourself as a woman, but it's clear as day that you're a white woman, so I don't know how you managed to compare a white woman and a black man. I don't, like, when I was watching that video, I didn't see myself in that video. I seen while she was dealing with that, I seen myself at home chilling, drinking an energy drink and watching YouTube videos. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, people, the thing is this, you don't necessarily have to stay home, but it's like, to honestly, for the next 5 minutes, like, if I could just give you guys, like, because I feel like I was just kind of like bouncing all around in this episode and stuff, but if I could give you guys like crucial advice that can help you out: don't drink and drive. Don't smoke weed and drive. Don't drive if you have a suspended license. Don't drive if you know that you're bound to getting into an accident. What else? I mean, I know people are probably with that one. It's like, oh, well, I mean, an accident can happen at any given point in time. But yeah, I'm saying more so if you're a bad driver. If you're a bad driver and you be hitting things, like thinking it's a competition and stuff, it's like, fam, the world ain't no demolition derby. So either practice your driving skills or just don't drive, okay? Now that's with the driving stuff. And then with drinking and smoking weed, or just even doing drugs. I think, yeah, there's been other times on there where people, they've done like other forms of drugs in those like body cam videos and stuff. But yeah, definitely don't do no hard drugs. But the thing is this: if you're gonna drink and smoke weed, do that in the comfort of your own home. Don't go out in public, especially if there's a state. I don't know of all 50 states, or even in other countries, if weed is like, legal there. But if it's illegal, fam, either go to a different state, smoke weed, then come back, and wait it out until, like, the high done worn off and things. But yeah, it's like, it trips me out when it's like, when I see people, they be like, in those videos, yeah, they be having like open containers in the car and all that stuff, and I'm like, bro, people, like, it's just, don't do that to yourself. I know you have to be smart enough to know, like, okay, I can't do that. I can't have an open container and weed in the car. Like, come on now. So, and then I remember the one video where the woman, so they were asking her boyfriend to get out of the car. She was upset at the fact that they were arresting her boyfriend because I think he had a warrant out for his arrest. That's another thing. If you have a warrant out for your arrest, fam, get that stuff handled before you start going out and about. And then, yeah, cops either recognize your car, run your license plate, whatever the situation is. But yeah, if they catch you, you're getting arrested. But she gets out of the car, charges at the police officers. She literally charged at them. They slammed her down. I think she ended up getting arrested too for doing that. I have to go back and watch that video. But yeah, if a cop tells you to overall do something, stay in the car, get out of the car, put your hands in the air, don't reach in your pockets, don't do this, there is the one video where I was like, fam, I honestly, truly do believe, all right? Now, not trying to play no race game, but at the same time, I truly do believe that if it was a black man, the way that this woman had she pulled her phone out like it was a gun. Now, I don't think she was implying that her phone was a gun, but it was like the way she kind of like hid herself a little bit. Now, I don't know what the cop was seeing. I was just going based off of the body cam. But the way she was kind of positioning her body, and then when she twisted around and was holding her phone, I was like, bruh, that cop, if that was one of those sketchy cops, and it was a black man that had did that, I truly do believe that video, I wouldn't have been reacting to that video. And yeah, I think it would have been one of those videos where it was all like, was it justified, that cop shooting and killing that man and stuff? Because yeah, it's like I'm saying, it's people, they don't be paying attention to that stuff, and it's like they be thinking it's like gonna work in their favor if they giving a cop an attitude, and it's like, fam, it's not, so yeah, like I think that's like the one bit of advice that I can give y'all that can help. Listen to the police. If they tell you to do something, you ain't gotta like them, but at least just listen to them, okay? Don't say no disrespectful comments. And then that's another thing. Do not threaten a police officer. That is a crime. You can go to jail over that type of stuff. There is the one woman that said that she hopes the police officer's wife, let's just say, get assaulted and certain way and things, and she said that to the cop, and yeah, and the cop, he added that to her charges. I can't remember what other thing she did, but yeah, he added that. Like, that's the thing where it's like you threaten a cop, and so like, yeah, so let's say you in the back of a squad car and you looking at that cop all like, fam, I'll kill you if I didn't have these handcuffs on, I'll kill you right now. You can't say that to a cop. That's only gonna make the situation worse. All right, so yeah, it's one of those things where even if you're like, oh well, I'll just say it in a way where they can't really understand it. No, don't say it at all. Okay, just if you under arrest, accept the fact that you're getting that you're being arrested, go to the jail, handle your business, and then then that's another thing. If somebody, now I've seen a couple of videos like this, if you're a person is getting arrested for whatever reason, let's say you're a secondary party with this person, they're getting arrested. Now I'm gonna add myself in this example, but yeah, you're with somebody, they get pulled over, let's say they have a warrant out for their arrest, so they end up getting arrested. Do not be that person where you're like, oh, I gotta, why? It was like the freaking Google was like, I thought like something was going, I don't know what was going on with Google Chrome. They made it like the icon thing red at the bottom of the screen. I'm like, what's happening? What's going on? So it's like scared me for a second. I'm like, bro, what you doing? So, but anyways. But yeah, if a friend of yours or family, significant other, whoever, if they're getting arrested, do not be that person where you're like, oh, well, you gonna have to arrest me too. I'm like, nah, because I can't. No, do not do that to yourself. Don't give yourself charges because you want to be a good friend or a good family member, a good whatever. No, my thing is this. If that individual is getting arrested, that individual is getting arrested. So yes, if let's say, putting me in that example where let's say I'm hanging out, with somebody, all right? Like, yeah, let's say I'm out on a date, right? I'm loving this date. I'm like, oh no, I'm marrying this woman. This woman, she is amazing. I'm like, no, I gotta have a whole family with her and things, right? So anyways, we out and about, we get pulled over, cop recognizes her, and it's like, hey, you have a warrant out for your arrest. I'm looking at her like, fam, what you do? Like, what did you? She's all like, oh, I robbed several banks all across the county. What else did I do? I somehow got control of a military plane. What else? She was like, I once put Donald Trump in a headlock and things. I'm like, dang, you did all of it. I'm like, hey, you know what? Cause you seem chill, but that you can't do that with me. Like, cause I'm one of those. I'm a citizen. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I can't I can't go out like that and things. So I'm saying, we can't be, if we're gonna be serious, we can't be doing that. So there's a game called Grand Theft Auto. When you get out, because obviously you're gonna be in here for some time, but when you get out, I'll teach you everything you need to know about that game. So yeah, you don't be doing no stuff like that in real life. You just, you do it in the game and things. And then yeah, we can, cops, they can't do anything to us playing the game. Like, yeah, they got cops in the game, but we can run them over. And yeah, we can't do that in real life because that'll get us sent to prison. So yeah, that's why do that stuff in the game. So yes, people, and I know as silly as it sounds, but do that stuff in the game, okay? Don't go out and live this, criminal lifestyle in real life. Play a video game, play Grand Theft Auto, and commit crimes in there, all right? You don't have to worry about, going to prison, jail, whatever, so. But anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Hopefully this episode helped y'all out. Stay tuned for the next episode, and peace.